So every year, my son and I, we do a summer trip. And this year, our summer trip was to Yosemite National Park.
That's exciting.
Our trip was planned in late July during the forest fires that swept all across the sequoias. So we originally had booked a place near the south entrance, but because of the fires, the south entrance and all of Kings Canyon and Sequoia National Park were closed. So we had to get up extra early and drive all the way up and go to the west entrance.
So a lot of people pull over here to get a shot of El Capitan.
You have bars now?
Yeah.
Very exciting.
That's the thing I was most excited about.
We were really worried that this was going to have a huge effect on the air quality. And, we're climbing, we're breathing, blah, blah, blah. So that wouldn't have been good. But luckily, it didn't really have much of an effect at all because it cleared up really quick. As you come in, there's just so many beautiful spots you have to stop. And you look out and there's just pristine beauty wherever you go. So it took us a while to actually get to the trailhead. If excitement and adventure is your type of thing, then go ahead, click subscribe, and join me for future endeavors like this. We set a goal, and our goal was to get to the top of Vernal Falls. Hopefully maybe even get to the top of Nevada Falls.
All right, we're going to the trailhead to Vernal's Falls.
Lead the way, buddy.
So after you park, there's a little bit of a hike before you can actually get to the trailhead. We didn't take that into consideration at all. There's buses, so you can go and get in line and take a bus to get to the trailhead, but we didn't want to waste or burn any more daylight, so we just huffed it, which added an additional mile to our hike.
We're climbing up that.
That's cool to see.
Not actively guided. We put this out every day. There's pretty consistent sightings on this trail.
Well, yeah, we'll stay that far away for sure.
This was London's first hike, like his first nature hike, like walking in, going into the woods, whatnot. So Vernal Falls Trail is not considered like a novice. It's not considered, a beginner type hike. It's marked as a strenuous hike. Scary, but it was exciting for him. From the trailhead, it's about a mile to the bridge, and essentially that's the base point. That's where everyone should be able to make it to. Compared to the rest of the hike, is pretty mild. It's a steep incline, but it was paved the whole way. It's a fairly slow, nice hike, but the sights were pretty awesome above and below. There's plenty of wildlife, and you're probably going to miss a lot of it. And I walked right past this little guy. Didn't even notice him until London showed me later on. I mean, I think it's a baby rattler. Looks like a baby rattler. And that's common there, so But yeah, walked right past it, didn't even notice it. So here we are. This is the base of Vernal Falls, which is, the bridge. It's a major tourist attraction. It's part of the park, and this is, for most people, this is where, as far as they go. But it's really just ground zero for what we wanted to do and what we wanted to achieve. So you probably already heard this, but you need plenty of water, and I can't stress this enough. Like, whatever you think you need more than that. We thought we were prepared. We brought like a big jug, drank all that by the time we got to the bridge, and the bridge is the last place that you can refill your water. So we did, but we also ran out after that too. So bring a couple of jugs, because you're absolutely going to need it. The water at this fountain is super cold. It tasted really delicious. It might have just been because we were exhausted, but it was really good. I would say if you want to bring at least a gallon container. So after the bridge, you're now on the east side of the river, and the incline increases, but the sights improve dramatically too. So you're now hearing the roar of the fall. You start to see the fall. You start to feel the mist come off the fall, and you start to get really excited the closer you get. So now once you're at the base of the falls, the vertical disadvantage becomes blatantly obvious. There's 600 steps to get to the top. So the hike from the bridge to the top, it's less than a mile, but it's all uphill, it's all upstairs, and it feels a lot further than it really is. Now, every time you take a break, this is the kind of stuff you get to stop and look at. It's pretty awesome. So this last little leg of the climb to Vernal Falls is this slender railing that goes along the side of a cliff. You'd actually think that this is scary, but if you were up here, it's you got a lot that distracts you from looking down, and there's not much to see when you look down because you're really up along the side of the cliff. And as you can see, I'm following up this little kid, and this little kid can do it. Hey, you can do it too. Alright, so now that we're up here, you can see the whole trek and everything that you've done to get to that point. It looks gnarlier from up here, I'll say that. carrying a jug of water isn't the only thing you need. You also got to pack a lunch. So when we got to the Emerald Pool, this was like the perfect spot to sit and have lunch. And we packed like fruit and beef jerky and snacks and cheese and sliced meat. And this was a great spot to sit and eat that. And then I also took some time and put my lower half into the pool just to rehydrate and cool off.
Why?
Next, it's off to Nevada Falls, which is another 2 miles to the top of that waterfall. By this point, we're tired, so we got to the bottom of Nevada Falls, and we decided we were going to take the John Muir Trail because we didn't think we could make it up the cliffs to the top of Nevada Falls. However, it's pretty much the same distance because you have to climb up a cliff to get to the top of John Muir Trail anyway. So we made it to the top of Nevada Falls. We weren't directly at the top of Nevada Falls. Now at the base of John Muir, you can get a permit to go and climb Half Dome, and the trek to the base camp to what's called Little Yosemite Campground, it's about 2-3 miles, and then from there it's another 4 miles to get to Half Dome.
London is in awe of the spectacle about him. Oh no, wait a minute, he's on the internet.
What I didn't realize was John Muir Trail is actually longer, so it was a longer trek to go. We just didn't have to go right up directly above. So as you can see here, we can look down on Vernal Falls, but we can also look over and we're at the same elevation as Nevada Falls. Now you could come up by way of John Muir Trail, but you're gonna miss a lot of these great sights, but it's certainly easier on the way down. And you get to see this vast scenery that covers a much larger area of the park on the way back. Honestly, either way you come, this is a hardcore hike. And even though London's, he's a kid, he's got a boatload of energy. He was wiped, I was wiped. I mean, we were done and we still had to climb down the mountain. But the two of us, we looked at each other and we agreed this was one of the most satisfying achievements that we had done. We felt like we're going to have memories for him, he's going to have memories for all of his life for this, and myself, I'm going to have a really great memory with my son. On the way out, we took one good last look at El Capitan and soaked it in. And I'm going to say, for all the places that I've been in the United States, Yosemite National Park is the most beautiful one that I've been to so far. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, click and subscribe and you'll get to see some of my future adventures. I'm Foxy Cellars, and until then, see you later.